this. So ticker VTGN yesterday went from $1 to $60 in a matter of minutes. This happened because of a positive result from their phase 3 trial. And guys, I am giving you a small cap biotech play that is expecting FDA approval at any moment. That is trading at 30 cents. That was just trading at $162 in 2021. A stock that was #1 most searched over ticker VTGN last night when their earnings came out. And this is one that is the most trending on StockTwits and has the most eyes on it out of almost any small cap biotech play out there. And these biotech small cap plays are very hot right now. And this one has a great chance to have a similar play to ticker VTGN. So make sure you like the video. And I'm showing you this play because, you know, it's a perfect opportunity to make a lot of money. Definitely is a high risk play as well, but definitely one you have to look at that is backed by a very strong community, as this is one that you really have to see. This is ticker TTOO, T2 Biosystems Inc., trading at 31 cents. This stock was actually trading well over $100. As you can see, it was trading over $165 back in 2021. Now is trading at 30 cents. And this is a small cap biotech play that has been beaten down, but is actually up around 200% in the last month, up 74% in the last week. You know, this one is up 26% on the day after having some positive earnings come out yesterday. But there are some concerns for when I actually do have time to go do a deep dive into these stocks. I do go into the negative aspects of these stocks as well. I'm not only pumping these stocks, I do deep dives and actually tell you what's going on as well. But it does look like SA Capital did purchase around 800,000 shares earlier last month or just a few weeks ago. So that was very positive for the stock. And around the same time as that happened, they actually got an extension to try to get the minimum bid price to $1 plus organically and remain that for around 10 plus days in order to stay listed on the NASDAQ. So they have to do this organically or they will be forced to do a reverse split, which will obviously kill the stock price. So that's the negative aspect. Also, they are losing millions of dollars each quarter. So which that is a big concern, a very risky play here, but they are really going to be trying to push this one up. But I will say, guys, this one is backed by a very strong community. As you can see, we already have 120 million volume today, and it's only 1:14 p.m. So we still have 3 hours left in the trading day. Plus we have 4 hours of trading in after hours. And, you know, the average volume has been at 127 million, which is very high volume for a stock that only has around 16 million outstanding shares. As you can see right here, they have 25 million outstanding shares. So easily this one can squeeze getting a lot of volume. You know, if they got FDA approval, which if you're looking, a lot of people are holding for that possibility, this one can easily squeeze with the float alone. Guys, what was very impressive is yesterday, this was the most searched stock according to the lion.com. Really crazy is that this stock was actually most searched, ranking over ticker VTGN, which VTGN just yesterday went from $1 to $60 in a matter of minutes. VTGN, which is a small cap biotech that just had very positive news, went from $1 to $60. T2 Biosystems, ticker TTOO, gets FDA approval. Could it have a similar move? It's very possible because they are actually expecting FDA approval at any moment. So I thought it would be a perfect time to discuss this stock. You know, earnings just came out yesterday. They were positive in terms of the EPS. Revenue slightly missed expectations. But there is definitely a lot of potential and a very big catalyst for ticker TTOO, and you could potentially make a crazy amount of money. It's really unlimited to how much money you can make if this news does come out very soon, which a lot of people are expecting it. A lot of people are holding this stock in hopes that this actually happens, which there's a good chance, like I said, that it can happen at any moment. As of right now, this is the most active stock in the last 24 hours. Like I said, is backed by a very strong community. That is why this is, you know, that's why I'm covering it, and it has some big catalysts pending right now. According to the most new watchers in the last 24 hours, TTOO is ranked number 3. So they do have a small market cap of $6 million. They did receive a extension to get the price up to $1 to remain listed on the NASDAQ. So they really have to push this one up, and FDA approval is pending. And you know, this isn't the second or third, this is like the second or third time that they have been in this spot to get, you know, a second or third stage FDA approval. A big concern for the stock is they are losing millions of dollars each quarter. And for the second quarter that just released yesterday, the earnings came out, they only have around 16 million cash on hand. So that's another concern for this stock. You know, they do not have the proper funding. they are losing money, so they will have to dilute shares or get funding, do some kind of toxic funding, it looks like. So, you know, I wouldn't want to hold on to this one long term. But then again, if they did get FDA approval, you know, and if some big catalysts come up, this one could easily gap up to, you know, around, you know, multiple dollars per share or $1 plus per share easily if that does happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but you know, I have to cover it because this one, you know, has a lot of volume, a lot of eyes on it, is backed by a very strong community, and has a lot of potential here. So guys, just a few weeks ago, a London-based investment firm actually bought 800,000 shares of this stock, which I believe was the second largest insider purchase in a very long time, or in history. This was at the same time that they did get an extension to try to recomply terms with the Nasdaq, so that's why the stock did go up last month, up 200% in the last month. Has a lot of momentum, a lot of eyes on it, and their liability to assets ratio is not looking good at all, and they are losing millions of dollars each quarter, so it's not looking good for them long term unless they do get some very big news. 5% of the entire free float is shorted last time I checked. They only have $32 million in assets, and they ended the quarter, I believe, with earnings come out, I believe it was around $16 million in cash, which they'll burn through that very quickly. They do have $82 million in total liabilities, so that's another concern for the stock. And they did just receive FDA breakthrough device designation for Candida auris direct from blood molecular diagnostic test, making it their third T2 Biosystems product to receive this designation. They have multiple studies and trials ongoing trials right now that could have a breakthrough. And you know, with these pharmaceutical plays, they're not really, most of these plays aren't actually making money. A lot of them have high liabilities like this when they are losing millions of dollars each quarter. But when they do get these studies and these trials and, you know, potential FDA approval and studies that come out, new trials results that come out, they can absolutely go parabolic and make you a ton of money in a very short time period. So that's why, you know, these small cap biotech plays are going crazy. Has multiple catalysts, filed FDA submission for their T2 Bio threat panel, a direct from blood diagnostic test that runs on the FDA cleared T2 DX instrument, and detects 6 biothreat pathogens identified as threats by CDC. A lot of ongoing phases, so you know, they could surprise us with some news. I'm expecting some more PRs, especially because they do have to push this one up, and they don't have that long to do it, so they have to push this one up very quickly by November 20th. So I am expecting them to try to put some PRs out and help with that. But either way, that's it for the video. Make sure you like it, put notifications on, leave me a comment as well, and I will see you on the next video.